Hello students, welcome to Online Maths Classroom. Today we are going to start with the topic relations and functions. And in part 1 of this video, we'll learn about Cartesian product, relations and solutions of exercise 2.1 and 2.2. So let us start with it. So let us start with introduction to relations and functions. Much of mathematics is about finding a pattern, a recognizable link between quantities that change. In our daily life, we come across many patterns that characterize relations such as brother and sister, father and son, teacher and student. In mathematics also, we come across many relations such as your number m is less than number n, or line L is parallel to line m, or set A is subset of set B. In all these, we notice that a relation involves pairs of objects in certain order. Now in this chapter, we will learn how to link pairs of objects from two sets and then introduce relations between the two objects in pair. Okay. So finally, we will learn about special relations which will qualify to be functions. Right. The concept of function is very important in mathematics since it captures the idea of mathematically precise correspondence between one quantity with the other. Now let us start with Cartesian product of sets. Suppose A is a set of two colors and B is a set of three objects, right? So the two colors we take red and blue and the objects we take B, C and S, where B, C, S are representing a particular bag, coat and shirt. Okay, we are taking it like this respectively. How many pairs of colored objects can be made from these two sets? Proceeding in a very orderly manner, we can see that there will be 6 distinct pairs as given below, right? So which 6 distinct pairs will be formed? Like red B means your red bag, okay? Then red coat, okay, or red shirt. Then the same can be done with blue bag, blue coat and blue shirt. So in this way we get 6 distinct objects. Now let us recall from our earlier classes that an ordered pair of elements taken from any two sets P and Q is a pair of elements written in small brackets and grouped together in particular order, like say PQ, ordered pair PQ, where P belongs to P, okay, the first set P, and this Q belongs to Q. This leads to your following definition, right? So let us come to the formal definition of Cartesian product, that given two non-empty sets P and Q, the Cartesian product P cross Q, it is the set of all ordered pairs. Mind it, the Cartesian product will contain your ordered pairs, right? PQ, which will come from your sets PQ, such that P cross Q will be like an ordered pair of the form PQ, where P is coming from the first set P and Q element Q is coming, means second element is coming from the second set Q. If either P or Q is null set, then you know that P cross Q will be empty set, because you need both the sets, both non-empty sets, to make a pair, right? So if either of them is a null set, then your P cross Q is phi or null set, right? So A cross B is your red B, red C, red S, blue B, blue C and blue S, right? So we note that now the properties of Cartesian product. The two ordered pairs are equal if and only if the corresponding first elements are equal and the second elements are also equal. Means the two ordered pairs will be equal if the corresponding first and second elements are equal. Number 2 is if there are P elements in A and Q elements in B, then there will be PQ elements in A cross B, right? That means if NA is P, NB is Q, then N of A cross B means number of elements in A cross B will be P into Q. Number 3 is if A and B are non-empty sets and either A or B is infinite set, then so is A cross B. Means depending upon the finite and infinite nature of sets A and B, A cross B will behave as finite or infinite. And number 4 is means if you have to take the ordered triplet, right? In case of instead of ordered pairs, you need ordered triplets. That means A cross A, that type of Cartesian product. That in this case, the pair will be like ABC, where ABC they come from A, okay, and ABC will be called as ordered triplet. So let us start with exercise 2.1, and the first question is, if this ordered pair x by 3 plus 1 and y minus 2 by 3 equal to 5 by 3 and 1 by 3, find the value of x and y, right? So again, we know that the property of ordered pairs, that if two ordered pairs are equal, the corresponding elements are same. That means x by 3 plus 1 will be equal to 5 by 3, like this. Okay, that will give you x as 2. And y minus 2 by 3 is 1 by 3. Okay, and that will give you y as 1. So this way, these equality of ordered pairs is applied. Number 2 is, if the set A has 3 elements and B has 3, 4, 5, right? Then find the number of elements in A cross B, right? So you know that number of elements in A is 3. You can see the number of elements in B is also 3. So the number of elements in A cross B is equal to number of elements in A into number of elements in B, that is 3 by 3, that is 9. Number 3 is, if G is 7, 8, H is 5, 4, 2, what is G cross H and what is H cross G? So when we will frame G cross H, I'll take first element from G and then pair it with second element of H. And in case of H cross G, I'll take the pair first element as from H, set H, and then second from G. So let us see how this pair will be framed. This is the definition. All those xy where x belongs to G and y belongs to H. So means I'll start with 7. 7 will make pair with all of 3. That is 7, 5, 7, 4, 7, 2. Okay. So then 8, 5, 8, 4, 8, 2. Similarly, H cross G is, I'll start with 5. 5, 7, 5, 8. Okay. And then 4, 7, 4, 8. And then 2, 7, 2, 8. Okay. Number 4 is, state whether each of the following statements are true or false. If the statement is false, rewrite the given statement correctly. If P is Mn and Q is Nm, then what is P cross Q? It is Mn and Nm. Means, does it contain only 2 elements? No. Because I know that number of elements in P is 2, in Q is 2. So in PQ, there will be 4 elements. And how will you frame PQ? PQ will be like, start with M, then it will be Mn, mm, okay, mm, then nn, and then nm, right? So two ordered pairs are missing, so this statement is false, and that's why we corrected it, right? Number 2 is, if A and B are non-empty sets, then A cross B is a non-empty set of ordered pairs x, y such that x belongs to, means first elements come from A, first set A, and y from B. So this is the definition, so that's why it is true. If A is 1, 2, B is 3, 4, then A cross B intersection 5 is 5. Right? So let us see what is A cross B intersection 5, right? You know, B intersection 5 means any set does not have anything common with your 5. So B intersection 5 will become 5. So the second set is an empty set, right? So for making an ordered pair or the cross Cartesian product, what you need is that both the sets should be your non-empty set, right? So here, since the second set is empty, so the result is 5. Number 5 is, if A is minus 1, 1, find A cross A. So A is our minus 1, 1, A cross A. Firstly, I'll frame A cross A. So A cross A, I'll pair minus 1 with both. So minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, then 1, and then 1, minus 1, okay, and then 1, 1. Now, I'll pair this A cross A with A, right? So means these two elements are there. So I have to pair with all 4 with minus 1 first, and then all 4 with 1. So it will be like minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, this, okay, then minus 1, 1, minus 1, okay. In any order you can proceed, and then 1, minus 1, minus 1, 1, 1, minus 1, then minus 1, minus 1, 1, then minus 1, 1, 1, then 1, minus 1, 1, and 1, 1, 1, right? So in that way, in total, there will be, how many elements should be there? How many elements should be there? 2 into 2, that is 4, right? And then 4 as A cross A is paired with other next 2 elements, so it will be your 8 elements. Number 6 is, if A cross B is this AX, AY, BX, BY, find A and B. So you know the set of first elements is called as set A. The first elements come from the set A. So you can see the first elements are just AB, and B is set of second elements, so that is XY. Number 7 is A 1, 2, B is 1, 2, 3, 4, C 5, 6, D is this. Verify A cross B intersection C is equal to A cross B intersection A cross C. So let's first make B intersection C. You know what is B intersection C? It is the set of all common elements. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 5, 6 will have 5 common. So what is A cross B intersection C? It is like A cross 5, which is 5. Okay. Now I'll make A cross B. A cross B is your 1, 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll start making pairs starting with 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, then 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, like this. Similarly, A cross C is the pair between them. So 1, 5, 1, 6, 2, 5, 2, 6. Right. Now you have to see the intersection of these two. Okay. So can you find anything common between them? Right. We don't find. You can find that no pair is common. Right. So the result is 5 and this result is verified. Right. Next is A cross C is subset of B cross D. Okay. So I'll first frame A cross C. This is my A cross C and this is B cross D. I'll frame this is a big set. Okay. Now you can see every element 1, 5 is present here also. 1, 6 is also present here also. And 2, 5 and 2, 6 are also present with the second set. So definitely all elements of A cross C are present in B cross D. So A cross C is subset of B cross D. Number 8 is A is 1, 2, B 3, 4. Write A cross B. How many subsets will A cross B have? List them. Okay. So this is my A. This is B. So total elements in A cross B will be 4. So they will be like 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, 2, 4. Right. So now the number of elements in A cross B is 4. So you know that A cross B will have how many subsets? 2 raised to power 4, that is 16. So let us start framing the 16 subsets. What will be they? And like we start with our 5. Then the singleton set of all the elements, like means this is just for depiction. You can avoid this step. Okay, we can directly go to frame our sets. Okay, so start from, we will firstly make the singleton sets, right? So don't forget to write ordered pairs in curly brackets. Okay, that will make the difference because in Cartesian product we have to take the ordered pairs. So singleton set 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, 2, 4. Then pairs 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 4, 2, 3, 1, 4, 2, 4, 2, 3, 2, 4. Remember, don't take two, means don't repeat like 2, 4, 2, 3. Means order, means if, means the changing the position will frame the same set. So you need not rewrite. Okay, just make that the other pair which is there, that is different. And for 3 it is 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3. 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 3, 2, 4, 1, 4, 2, 3, 2, 4, and the last one is the set itself. So in total there will be 16 subsets. Number 9 is if A and B are two sets such that number of elements in A is 3, in B is 2. If x1, y2, z1 are in A cross B, find A and B, where x, y, z are distinct elements. So you can find number of elements in A is 3, in B is 2. So in A cross B, they will be 3 into 2, that is 6. Okay. Now what is A? A is the set of all first elements. So all first elements you can see is x, y, and z. So this set is x, y, z, and the second elements is just 1 and 2. Okay. So repetition is not allowed. So 1 and 2 are the only elements present. Number 10 is the Cartesian product A cross A has 9 elements, among which are found as -1, 0, 0, 1. Okay. So means A cross A is there which has 9 elements. Find the set A and the remaining elements of your A cross A. Now you can see that A cross A has 9 elements. That means number of elements in A cross A is 9. So that must be because A is a means same set. So it will be, if it has 3 elements, then it will be 3 into 3, right? So means, and A must be having 3 elements. So now look at the ordered pairs. You can find that the first element is also coming from the first set. Second one is also coming from the first set. Okay. So means the set A will be, it is very clear that -1, 0 and 1. Set A is -1, 0, 1. Now I need to frame A cross A. So A cross A will be framed like this. So how will I go? I'll pair -1 with all, then 0 with all, and then 1 with all. So -1, -1, -1, 0, -1, 1, 0, 1, -1, 0, 0, and 0, 1, and 1, -1, 1, 0, and 1, 1. So these are the remaining elements of this Cartesian product A cross A. Okay, now let us come to relations. What are relations? Now consider two sets P, ABC. Q is your Ali, Bhanu, Binoy, Chandra, and Divya. Now the Cartesian product of this set will be having 15 ordered pairs. Why? Because number of elements in P is 3 and here it is 5. So it is your 3 5s are 15, right? So they will be like A Ali, A Binoy, Bhanu, A Binoy, A Chandra, A Divya. Similarly with B, all of them will be paired, and with C, all of them will be paired. Okay. So we can now obtain a subset of P cross Q by introducing a relation R, right, between the first element and the second element Y of each ordered pair, right? if we will frame a subset of this P cross Q. This is a this is a means big set containing all the 15 ordered pairs. So if I means take a relation R, yeah, I take define a relation R between the elements. So only few of them will come. Okay. So let us see. I took a relation which is means x5, where x is the first letter of the name y, and x belongs to P and y belongs to Q. Means the first element will be coming. You have to pair xy like this. That first element is coming from A, means like here, and I have to then y will be the name that is starting with this letter A. Okay. And similarly, when I'll take B, then the second element will be in the pair will be the name which is starting with B. So if I start, I find that A Ali, okay, with A name only Ali is there, and with B name there are Bhanu and Binoy. So B Bhanu, B Binoy, and C is your Chandra. Okay, right? Same thing can be represented by this arrow diagram, right? The oval shape structures we represent P and Q. In P we will write all the first element, first set elements, and in Q will write all the second set element. And like say A is your Ali, so this is put an arrow that B is joined with Bhanu and Binoy, and C with Chandra. Okay, Divya is left, so that is okay. And in arrow diagram it is represented like this, right? Okay, so let us define a relation now. Means you find that in this relation we got only few out of this 15, right? Okay, so this R depicts a relation. Okay, relation where ordered pairs obey some definite rule. Okay, and this R is the subset of your Cartesian product P cross Q. Okay, so let us define it properly, that a relation R from a non-empty set A to B is the subset of Cartesian product A cross B, as I told you. And this subset, how this subset will be framed? It is derived by describing relationship between the first and the second element of the ordered pair A cross B. Now this subset you will find by describing relationship between the, means how the first and element, like here it was the first was the letter and then second was the name starting with that letter. So describing relationship between the first and second element of ordered pair A cross B. And the second element is called the image. This second element is called image. First one is called as the pre-image. Now the set of all first elements, right? You obtain the ordered pairs, 4 ordered pairs like A Ali, B Bhanu, B Binoy, and C Chandra. Divya didn't came because no D letter was there. So the set of first elements, that is A, B, C, right, which was in order pairs of that relation from set A to set B, that is called the domain of relation. And the set of all second elements, like starting with A we got Ali, and then Bhanu, then Binoy, and then Chandra. Okay, so that set B is called the range of relation R. And the whole set B, right? You know that the whole set B which we took as Q in our previous example, that contained a name Divya also, right? Which was not paired according to our relation. So that whole set is called as the codomain of relation. And generally this your range. Range is the subset of codomain because it contains all the elements, means all the elements of the codomain only, right? And a relation, it can be represented algebraically either by roster or set builder form, and on an arrow diagram that gives its visual representation of relation. So let us start with our example. Your A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Define R from A to A by describing x, y such that y is x plus 1. So depict the relation using arrow diagram and write down the domain, codomain, and range of R. Right? So see, y is equal to x plus 1. Now start putting x. X will come from here, right? So when you put x as 1, the second y will be 2. You put x as 2, it will be 3. 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6. Okay. So by arrow diagram, we will means express it by putting them the two ovals, right? And means putting the arrows that which element is related to. That way we will represent. Now let us see from here what is the domain. Domain is the set of all first elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now domain is not 6. Why? Because I couldn't put 6. Why I couldn't put 6? Because when I means the relation is described from A to A, means the set should come from A and should means belong to A only after, because the codomain here is also A. right? So you cannot go beyond 6. Means if I'll put 6, then the element will be 7, which is not there in set A. So that's why I have to stop from 1 to this 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5 and 5, 6. I could not put 6, although it was present with me in my domain, right? So now domain will be decided by this. Okay. So what is the domain? Domain is what you can put. Okay. So domain is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what is the range? Range is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But the codomain is this complete set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? And by we find that this is the arrow diagram of this what we represented. It is 1 to 6, 1 to 6. Okay. So 1 is paired with 2, 2 is paired with 3, 3 is with 4, 4, 5 and 5, 6. Okay. And the domain is just 1, 2 because this could not be paired. So this is just the pairing. Okay. And the range is just what can be obtained. Okay. After putting. And codomain, this complete set is your codomain. Okay. In example number 8, shows a relation between P and Q. Write this relation in set builder form, roster form. What is its domain and range? So this is a relation by looking at it. This is, say, the set of all first elements. This is the set of all second elements. So 9 is 3, 9 is minus 3. Okay, 4 is your 2, 4 is minus 2. With 25 is linked with 5, 25 is linked with minus 5. So I can search from by looking here that say 5 square is 25, minus 5 square is 25. Okay. So we are talking about that x is a square of y, right? So in set builder form, I'll write r is equal to xy such that x is square of y, x belongs to your first set P and y from Q. Okay. And in roster form, how will I pair? I'll make the pairs like 9 is paired with 3, 9, 3, 9 minus 3, 4, 2, 4 minus 2, 25, 5 and 25 minus 5. Now what is the domain? Domain is the set of all these first elements like 9, 4, 25 or 4, 9, 25 in organized manner. Now range means what you can put. See, 1 is not related, is linked up here with anything, right? So the rest 5, 3, 2, okay, and minus 2, minus 3, 5 in organized manner. This gives the range, right? Because this element 1 is not related to any element in set P, so it is not belonging to the range. But the codomain is this complete set Q. It will contain everything. The set Q is codomain. Okay, now the total number of relations that can be defined from a set A to B is the number of possible subsets of A cross B. Means number of elements in A if it's P, in B is Q. Then number of elements in A cross B definitely is PQ. So what are the total number of relations? That is the total number of subsets, right? And that is, you know, it is 2 raised to power n, that is 2 raised to power this PQ. Okay. Now example A is 1, 2, B is 3, 4. Find the number of relations from A to B. So again, you know, number of elements in A cross B will be your 4. So how many subsets are there? 2 raised to power 4. So number of relations will be 2 raised to power 4. And a relation R from A cross A is also stated as a relation on A, because you need not write like a relation from A to B. You can simply say relation, right? So exercise 2.2 will take. Let A is your set 1 to 14. Define a relation R from A to A. Means elements should be taken from here and should belong to here also. You cannot go beyond 14. And R is xy such that 3x minus y is 0. Xy belongs to A. You have to write down the codomain, domain and range. So A is your 1 to 14. This is a relation. Y is equal to 3x. Okay. Now see what you can put. I'll start with 1. 1 will give me 3 because y is 3x. 2 will give me 6, 3 will give me 9, 4 will give me 12. I can't put 5 because 5 will give me 15, which is not there. And relation is from A to A. Domain is A, will come from A, and range is, your codomain is also A. Right? So I can't go beyond 14. So 412 is the last. Now domain is the set of first elements, means what you could put. It is not the domain. Okay, it is a mapping from A to B, A to A, but domain is what you could put. Okay. So you can put just 1, 2, 3, 4. You cannot put 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so on, so up to 14. So domain is just 1, 2, 3, 4. Codomain is the complete set, this complete set. Yeah. And range is what you got after putting. So 3, 6, 9, 12 will be your range. Number 2 is define a relation R on set N of natural numbers defined by this R is equal to xy, y is x plus 5, x is a natural number less than 4. Okay, xy belongs to n. So describe this relationship using roster form and write down the domain and range. Okay, x is a natural number less than 4. Means natural number less than 4 means you can just put just 1, 2, 3. So this is how we represent it. So let's make the pair. 1 will give you 1 plus 5, that is 1 6. 2 will give you 2 7 3 8. So domain is set of first elements, that is 1 2 3, and range is 6 7 8. Number 3 is A is 1 2 3 5, B is 4 6 9. Define a relation R from A to B. R is xy such that the difference between x and y is odd, and x belongs to A and y belongs to B. Means you have to take first element from A, second from B, and you have to take only those pairs whose difference is odd. And you need not consider your negative or positive signs. You just need to see that the difference is odd. So we will not consider the signs here. We'll just make those pairs whose difference is odd. And mind it, first element should come from A, second from B. Okay. So, and write R in roster form. So let us see which difference. So 1 when paired with 4, 1 minus 4 will be 3. So it is okay. 1 minus 6 is 5. That is okay. 1 minus 9 is your 8. That is not okay because that is even. 2 minus 4 is even, not okay. 2 minus 6 is even, not okay. 2 minus 9 is odd. So it is okay. 3 minus 4 is okay. That is 3 4. 3 6 is also okay. And 5 6 and 5 4 and 5 6 are okay. Right? And 5 9 is not okay because 5 minus 9 will give you 4, which is even. Number 4 is the figure shows the relationship between sets P and Q. Write this relation in set builder form, in roster form, and what is the domain range. So see the arrow diagram. P is having 5 6 7 and Q is having 3 4 5. Now observing it, what do you find? That your Q element is 2 less than your element in P. Like 5 minus 2 is 3, 6 minus 2 is 4, 7 minus 2 is 5. So R is the relation from P to Q, and clearly 5 3 6 4 and 7 5 belong to this R. Second element is 2 less than the corresponding first element. So in set builder form, I'll write xy, where y is x minus 2 and x is your 5 6 7. And in roster form, these pairs which frame 5 3 6 4 and 7 5 will be there. Domain is the set of first elements 5 6 7 and range is 3 4 5. Number 5 is let A is 1 2 3 4 6. R is relation on A defined by AB. AB belongs to A, both, because it is relation from A to A. A relation on A means from A to A. And B is means B second element is exactly divisible by first. Okay, so you have to write it in roster form and find the domain of R and find the range. So this is my set. I have to take all those ordered pairs in which the second element is exactly divisible by first. Okay. So you know every number divides itself. So see 1 1, 2 2, 3 3, 4 4, 6 6, that we need to take because every number divides itself. Also 1 divides every other element because 2 upon 1 is 2, 3 upon 1 is 3. Okay. So 1 2, 1 3, 1 4, 1 6, they will also come. Now see 2 is dividing itself 2. Okay. And 2 is dividing 4 and 2 is also dividing 6. So 2 4 2 6. Now 3 is dividing just 6, so 3 3 and 3 6. And 4 is just dividing itself, so 4 4, and 6 is also dividing itself. Now domain is 1 2 3 4 6, set of all first elements, and range is also 1 2 3 4 6. Number 6 is determine domain and range of relation R defined by R is x, x plus 5, x belongs to 0 1 2 3 4 5. Right? So let's start making the pairs by putting. I'll find 0 will give me 5, 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 8, 4, 9, 5, 10. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is domain and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is the. Number 7 is write the relation R, x, x cube, and x is a prime number less than 10. So you have to write it in roster form. So you know prime numbers less than 10 are 2, 3, 5, 7. So start making pairs. 2, 2 cube, that is 2, 8. 3 3 cube is 327, 5 125, 7 343, and you can just work out for the domains and range also. Number 8 is A is x y z, B is 1 2. Find the number of relations from A to B. So you now are very well versed with it. Number of elements in A is 3, in B is 2, in A cross B is 3 into 2, that is 6. Now the number of relations from A to B is equal to the number of subsets of A cross B, that is 2 raised to power 6, which is 64. Let R is a relation on Z defined by R is equal to AB such that AB belongs to Z. Z means the set of integers, and A minus B is an integer. Okay, so those pairs where you take integers and the difference is also an integer. So find the domain and range of R. Like, so this is the relation. Okay, so A minus B is an integer for all AB belongs to Z. You know that the difference of two integers is always an integer. Like say 1 minus 2 is minus 1, that is an integer. 2 minus 1 is 1, that is an integer. In case of like natural numbers, it is not possible, because if I take 1 minus 2, that will come minus 1, and that is not a natural number. But integer, two integers, when we take their difference, that will also always be integer. So means all integers will be covered here. So domain of R is Z, set of all integers, and range is also set of all integers. So this was all regarding your concept of Cartesian product and relations. I hope whatever is taught is clear to you. Thank you very much.